What is going on, faithful? Live from Levi's, another training camp concludes. Today was the second day in full pads, and man, I gotta say, this team and training camp in general just continues to bring so many positive vibes. We did have the first injury, sadly. Didn't look too serious. It was a lower body injury for Jalen Moore, the backup swing tackle. Really, he's just been playing exclusively on the left side. It was a lower leg injury. He was down during the second part of team practice, but was able to get up on his own, able to walk off on his own before he went and went inside and all those things. So we'll have to wait and see. But it didn't seem too severe, but it didn't seem too light either. And let's just be very honest and kind of knock on wood here. The 49ers have gotten by relatively unscathed through training camp so far, and that is one of the positives for sure throughout this whole training camp is the lack of injuries. And so today, at some point, you knew something was going to flare up. And so we'll just have to wait and see how Jalen Moore rebounds and what the medical staff says about this. But today was a great day. I feel like the overall theme of today, high offensive efficiency, moving the ball, lots of completed passes, run game in the positive, defense limiting big plays. And so the MO for both teams, as far as offense and defense and what they're trying to do, the defense is trying to limit big plays and force turnovers. They did not do that today. The offense is trying to get efficiency with big plays and no turnovers. So both kind of get the little bit of, check off exactly what we were trying to do there. But the quarterbacks played really well. A couple things stood out today. I thought Brock started to look more and more like Brock with getting through his progressions. There was one play where I saw him go, right to left, 1, 2, 3, and then check down to the fourth read, which, again, that's one of the things that kind of made Brock who he was. That was exciting. Trey Lance, overall positive thing. They ran a screenplay for Trey Lance, which finally was exciting. A actual called screen, not a check down. And so that was awesome. I was watching them versus the air. We couldn't record during this time, but a actually called check down, not the CMC, but that's okay. Baby steps there, but I like to see that. I thought Trey had a good day. Later in the day, I thought that he kind of reverted a little bit. And again, I'm talking a small sample size, maybe 4 or 5 plays, where I thought he was holding the ball too long during team and red zone period. But early in the day in practice and team, he was lighting it up. Sam Darnold, every day, one of the most consistent things about Sam Darnold is his play just does this throughout the day. It just continues this exponential graph where the later Sam Darnold plays in team, the better he is. And he's pretty damn good. Brandon Allen made some plays as well. I spent most of the day watching Colton McKibbetts, the new starter at right tackle. And I thought overall he had a great day. I really, really did. There were several of the big runs during team with CMC, Elijah Mitchell, and Jordan Mason right off the block of Colton McKibbetts. He did get burned once that I saw during team. That would have been a sack by Drake Jackson. But overall, it was funny because he gives up this sack, which ball could have came out earlier, but it didn't, whatever. And again, it's always a would-be sack because you can't touch the quarterback. So you'll see a lot of these quarterback stats going out there and touchdowns and all this stuff receiving-wise. You have to take that with a grain of salt because defensive linemen are not allowed to touch the quarterback. And so if it would be a sack, what happened is the defensive end or tackle just has to run behind and the offensive play continues. And so, what I consider probably would have been a sack, the very next play, they run CMC right off of his block and it's 15 yards untouched. So the response, how he responds to negative plays, which will come. There's no doubt. There's going to be negative plays there. But I thought Colton McKibbetts played really, really well overall today. Trent was out there, which was fun. And you get to kind of see that balance on defensive side. Man, the 49ers offensive line double-teamed Javon Hargrave almost every single play he was out there in team. It was almost comical to a fact that, look, we're not going to let number 98 wreck shop. And he didn't because he's got 2 guys on him every single play almost. Could you afford that same luxury when Nick Bosa, number 97, is also on that same D line? I think this is the question that teams are going to have to grapple with throughout this season once Nick Bosa comes back, which as time goes on, I don't like it. I'm really looking forward to 97 getting signed soon. Hopefully we get some more information on that. But today was a good day. I really, really thought today was a good day and excited. We'll be going live later on. I've got a ridiculous amount of notes. Everybody reached out to me and they love the reading through the play-by-play of the one-on-ones and the team drills and just kind of what happened and what I saw. So up that one. Shout out to Vicky and Matthew for helping me just keep track of players and all the stuff that was going on. So we'll do that later today. Remember, John and Wayne show is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday. There's no training camp practice. It's a day off for the Niners. This is 3 straight days at training camp. So tomorrow's day off for them, not for us. We'll be here. We'll be going live later today on the same channel for a much longer. I'll be able to get through your questions. I mean, right now I'm recording on top of my car, so it's hard to scroll through everything. But I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's show. It's just quick recap. Great practice, great energy, and excited to dive into the details of everything later on today. So thank you guys, and until next time, that's going to do it for us. Stay strong, faithful.